Good morning. My close friend in Italy, composer Andrea Antonello Naci, and I were talking this morning, and he said that it would be very helpful, he thought, for players around the world if I would talk about the correct technique for the playing of the first 4 holes on a 16-hole chromatic, which of course are C3 to C4, these holes. Most 12-hole harmonicas don't have those holes, so these are on 16s as a rule. This is the new Seidel Symphony ALU, best harp I've played. So I thought I would share with you a methodology, the one I use. Doesn't mean it's the only one or what you want to do, but you might hear something here you like. There's 2 aspects physically to playing low notes that I think about while I'm playing them. And then there's a methodology of study, those 3 parts to playing the low notes. The first is the correct shaping of the mouth, and that would be tongue low, mouth open a little bit, and jaw forward hair. That creates a bigger space for resonance because the human embouchure and the shaping of your mouth is the sound chamber for the chromatic harmonica, as you know. That's that. And then the other thing is you must drive from the diaphragm, and if you haven't developed good breath control, you're going to have it's going to show on those low notes. So that's something where if you're not sure how to develop your breath, you would want to watch the breath videos that are free on YouTube. You can see them at mastersofharmonica.com. Just go down and you'll see the breath videos. So you want to work on developing the diaphragm's control, breathing, blowing out and drawing in. So that's the physical side. Then you also have the shaping of the note with your hands and with the microphone, and understand that cupping is a technique where you grasp the harmonica. This one is so easy to grasp because you can see it has scalloped areas here for my hand, and it opens up and flares at the back end the way a harmonica should, so that it projects sound like a bell of a trumpet. So you cup and you create a sound chamber which includes the microphone behind your harp. This is a Bulletini from Blows Me Away. So here's what that sounds like when you put those techniques together. For those of you that don't know, this is a Kettlewell frictionless mouthpiece cool ice slider. I don't touch the mouthpiece anymore and play it dry, so my harps stay clean. Take some time and just play those notes slowly and do all those things and try and create sound you like. When everything comes together, it's pretty. The other thing is, everybody that I talk with wants control of low notes. That's universal. But almost nobody actually practices them on a daily basis, where they're just playing the low notes, pretending you're an instrument in an orchestra that plays the low notes. So this is Pat Metheny's If I Could, and I'll just show you. I put on music and I'm only the low notes. And you'd be surprised what that'll do for you. It gets you thinking and playing in low tones, because there's more than just technique. There's how your mind is interacting with the sound and those low notes. You're not as familiar with that. And of course, the low notes kind of behave differently, as you know. A bass in a jazz band does different things than the trumpet. And to learn those, you would listen to that kind of music and then play along. And so here we go. So I'm not really the melodic instrument or the melody. So, there's 3 things involved in playing the low notes. Correct shaping of the mouth, tongue low, mouth open, jaw forward just a little bit, driving from the diaphragm. Shaping of the tone with your hands around the mic. So you're creating a resonance chamber under that harp. That makes a big difference. And then to learn to think in the lower tones by playing along with music every day. Those 3 things combined, from my experience, have a good effect and work for what I'm trying to get out of those low notes. But somebody might have a different goal. I find that I'm only satisfied personally with the low notes when they're deep and they're resonant. Because a low note that's not deep and resonant, you don't hear much in music because it doesn't work well. So people spend years trying to develop a really fat, thick tone, and you'll hear about fat tone on bass guitar and fat tone out of a bass, because that's what people tend to like. So I only seem satisfied with those low notes when they're really played with a lot of, fatness. So that's what I go for. But somebody else might want to play them differently, but that's where I try to get. So anyway, hope this helps you. Good luck.